Welcome to the Social Podcast, where no discussion or debate is off limits.
Welcome to Monday Energy here on The Social. Well, listen, for the first time in 12 years, the Saskatchewan Roughriders are Grey Cup champs! Woo! Yeah, they beat the Montreal Alouettes 25-17, and quarterback Trevor Harris, he was dang! Okay. Their QB was named the game's MVP. Now, Harris said that they manifested all year and even had wristbands made that say SR time. So either Saskatchewan Roughriders time, or you can interpret it as it's our time. But just, they're very creative. They're very creative, the football players. But does crediting manifestation for success undermine all the hard work that goes into doing what they did?
Okay, that's like a mix.
Interesting.
The clappers, I think I'm kind of with you. It feels like you're kind of crediting the universe instead of crediting your hard work. Do you know what I mean? But I will admit, I think I'm bumping up against the word manifesting because, does it just mean determination, focus, managing nerves, visualizing success? If it means all of that, it just feels like that's what humans do every time when they're faced with something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So it just...
that word is the one that's a trigger point because
it triggers you.
Yeah, it's overused, I think, with all the woo-woo guru people out there using the word, I manifested this, I manifested that. I think that word is what everybody's pushing back up against. But I think that you cannot achieve great things without manifesting them.
So when you say manifest, can we say you can't achieve great things without being determined, without...
Nope. Manifest. No, hear me out, because all of those other words are very important. You have to do the work, but what's your goal? What do you want to do? Because if you enter, say we're football players, and we enter the season, we're like, we got this job, we're playing in the CFL, we're going to work hard, we're going to show up at training, but we come in with an attitude of if we win, we win, if we don't, we don't.
But do you think any of those teams didn't manifest?
Well, maybe they didn't manifest as hard. And I think what's great about what this QB did was he didn't just, because most times when people manifest, they just do it for themselves. What he made sure to do is bring his entire team and say, we're going to wear wristbands, we're going to have a saying, I need everybody locked in. So that you have this mentality from the time the season starts that we have an end goal. Doesn't matter what happens. And I'm telling you something, half the time, I think it's 50% mental and 50% physical, especially with sports. Yeah. Think about Olympic athletes,
I agree with that.
Because you'll train, think about an Olympic athlete. You train for 4 years, but if mentally you're not locked in for those 10 seconds that you have, you've seen people fall apart. So I think he's just thinking about locking in. I know manifestation has a bad rap right now, but I totally believe in it.
Locking in. My son said that for the first time this past week. Locking in. I just love that expression. I have a similar reaction when I hear the word manifesting, or at least I did. It reminds me of The Secret. Everyone remembers that?
Yes. Which really scared me.
It was like this kind of idea that you could just really think hard about something, and anything, like even illnesses and things like that.
Which is really manifest cancer away.
Yeah, it was dangerous. That was really dangerous information. But I recently came across this book, and it's a memoir, actually. It's called Into the Magic Shop.
It's called Secret Part 2.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it's called, I want people to know, it's called Into the Magic Shop. It's by James Doty, and he tells this story at the beginning of it. At 12 years old, he was living in poverty. His dad was an alcoholic. His mother was depressed, and he was by himself. This was like in the 50s, I think. He wandered into this magic shop, and he wanted to kind of learn some magic tricks. The magician was not there, but his mother was, and she took an interest in this kid, and she brought him to the back room and asked him to come back repeatedly, where she taught him the skills of manifestation. And it was just mindfulness and being sort of aware of your visualization and self-compassion and all those. And the thing is this guy credits that in helping him become a neuroscientist. He took this and he says it is scientifically proven if you do this methodology, this is his words. He actually says he would not have been able to transcend the poverty, to be determined. He didn't have that kind of an outlook for his life.
You know what he was? He was locked in.
He was locked in.
So it's manifestation without any of the woo-woo stuff. So it is essentially all of those things. Being focused, being determined,
but
visualizing success, having an end goal.
It is, but I guess...
Why do I just prefer using all of those words instead of manifestation?
Because it's been overused. Because it's been overused.
It's been overused, and I think that the kids who co-opted it, to me, and I don't know that this is for sure, but when I hear some generations use that word, they actually edit all the hard work out.
Yeah.
They just think that I'm going to manifest my perfect man.
I'm gonna make a collage.
I'm going to make a collage. I'm sorry, he's not going to fall through your ceiling onto your lap in your condo.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I've tried that.
Yeah, see, there you go, right? Like, I think that's
Doesn't
why
work.
for me, I get turned off by that word because I think a lot of people, when they say that, they don't also like to work hard.
Yeah.
And so that for me is the disconnect. My word is visualization. The mind is so powerful. Whether or not this lady is the one who did this to this boy, the mind is so powerful. I used to have a terrible flying phobia. And I was also majoring in psychology. And one of my professors said, girl, just come into my office. We can get this fixed real quick. And we did this technique called successive desensitization. And it uses visualization. You make a list of 1 to 15, the things that scare you the most. Number 1, crazy turbulence where you think, you're going down, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
And what you do is you start at 15, which might be hearing a plane that creates an anxiety reaction. The mind can be trained to actually relax in the face of something that used to make you very scared. So I went up the list, and now, even though I'm not a perfect flyer, my mind now controls my phobia, and I can fly pretty well.
Yeah.
Now, what is that? Visualization.
You have to want
That's
it.
what it is.
I think we're
want
still
it.
skirting around the idea that there are so many other variables involved, and variables that we can't control.
You just don't want to
And so
accept manifestation. You really
No,
dog
I
with a
do,
bone on this
but-
one.
But the idea of if you believe it and if you do it hard enough, all of these things, you can achieve whatever you want. That's beautiful.
True.
Yeah.
But it's a fairy tale.
Not
Like,
all the time.
Well, exactly.
Not all the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
That's my point. So that, yes, you can manifest. You can try really hard to do these things, but it's not 100%.
But then what would you tell a young
so
person?
then you're kind of explaining to someone manifestation works most of the time. So then, like, it's like lacking that scientific
Well,
rigor.
it can lead you to something else. Because here's the deal. What would you say to a young person if you were sitting in front of them right now and they don't know what they want to do, but they say, I want to be rich, I want to be successful? You'd be like, well, you got to be more specific. What exactly do you want to be successful
I
at?
would laugh and
What-
walk away. I'm sorry, I really would. Oh my God, good luck to you, kiddo.
Oh my gosh.
I'm such a jerk.
No. All right, let's move on, because in other big sports news, the Vancouver Rise are the first ever Northern Super League champions. Woo! On Saturday, the team staged a late comeback against the top-ranked AFC Toronto, becoming the first team to hoist the Diana B. Matheson Cup. Congratulations, ladies. What a wild
ladies.
and wonderful ride, and it's only just beginning. The federal government is investing up to $5.45 million to support training programs. That's fantastic. Stadium development and more. So we cannot wait for next seasons. Congratulations, ladies. Great news. All right. And now something totally different. We're going to take a left. Okay. So can you actually use your holiday tea towels, or are they just for decoration? A man wrote to the New York Times saying that his wife insists that cute towels are just for display and he wants to be able to use them to wipe his hands. So, should you use decorative towels or normal towel stuff?
Don't use it?
Decorative.
Guys, I don't know
Okay.
about you, but I don't live in a museum. And you know what? The holidays are for celebrating. You bought them for one little short time. If you're lucky, you'll get 3 or 4 weeks out of them. If they don't bring you joy and they're not also useful, why do you have them?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's weird though. Okay, so if they were holiday tea towels and I was helping out, I would use them. I would just assume that, whatever, it's a tea towel.
Don't put 'em
But
out.
if they were holiday bathroom towels,
You wouldn't
there's somehow, I don't know why, I have a block. I wouldn't touch them.
Okay,
Right?
wait.
What is that?
Wait, I want to put you in the bathroom. So you're in the
I'm
bathroom.
in the bathroom.
Your hands are
First
wet.
of all, I do not have holiday towels at all.
Okay.
So let's just start with that.
But you're in the bathroom.
But I'm in the bathroom.
Your
Someone
hands
else's
are
house.
wet. Your
Yes.
hands are sopping wet.
Yeah.
There's a towel, but it has Santa on it. You're gonna what? Wipe it on your pants? Or you wiping it on Santa?
I'm wiping it on my pants.
Oh, really?
I'm protecting. I know, guys. I don't know why. It's
I
a
am
block.
judging.
It's a block. I'm embarrassed.
Get that Santa dirty.
Right. Yes.
Our social media team, please just clip that moment. Put it on Instagram, will ya?
So Calgary MLA Tanya Furr is apologizing after using profanity while returning angry calls from constituents. So according to CTV News, Tanya was leaving a voicemail, forgot to hang up when she said this.
All right. Go to this next mother. You're in way much better. Hello, my name is Doug Furby.
Hard to hear, but she did use a profanity in there. So the next caller that she appeared to be referencing was Calgary writer Doug Furby. So Furby was sent a copy of the recording by the constituent who received the voicemail. He says that after speaking with Fur and receiving an apology from her, he does forgive her. So we were thinking, like, what would you have done if you were the constituent who received this call?
Ooh. Oh, well, no. What are you guys doing? This is an easy one. What are we doing about? I would have called Tanya back and I say, you know what? I'm gonna save you some embarrassment and let you know what happened. You thought you hung up, but you didn't, and I overheard something that could get you in a lot of hot water. So I'm gonna do you a favor. And I'm not telling you this to scold you, I'm just telling you, be very mindful when you're at work about the things that you say, because there's always somebody recording and listening. So I'm gonna delete this, but I just want you to go forward and don't have those conversations. Wait till you're in the car, wait till you get home, but just be mindful. But I would never pass it on to the journalist, because that is just adding fuel to the fire. Yeah. No good is gonna come to Tanya by passing that on to the reporter.
Would you try to like leverage it to maybe get out of some parking tickets? Or...
That sounds like blackmail is what you're asking me.
Leverage.
Leverage, okay.
Just like do a solid.
I do wonder, because she was talking about a constituent who happened to be a reporter.
Yeah.
Like there are interesting lines there. I don't know if you all know, but you know, Alberta's in it right now. They just coming off the tail end of a massive teacher strike there. It has paralyzed the entire province. There's a lot of heat right now between politicians and constituents. Like, it's a hot mess out there. So everyone is very heightened, and none of us, at least not me, we're not our best. No. When things are that heightened. And apparently this constituent who had called and then mistakenly got the message was calling to complain, to say, I'm not happy about our Premier Danielle Smith using the notwithstanding clause to force teachers to go back to work, right? So it's a very heated issue. So this politician, not to give her any excuses, because you shouldn't be talking about that about people that you represent.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a journalist or not. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I can understand that everyone is really hot under the collar there right now. So for that, I would do the exact same thing. It smells a little dirty Santa to say, I'm going to take this and... You know what? There's a name for people like that. Tattletale.
But do you support the journalist then? Because he released the audio once he got sent it.
Well,
do you support that?
Yeah.
I think, I mean,
listen, as a journalist, because that's the story, and I'm gonna tell that story, and if someone passed it on to me, and this is not a family member, this is work, you have to tell that story. As a journalist, I have to tell.
I don't know, for me, I would not. I mean, even as a journalist, I'm trying to think, like, is that, he released it on his Substack, he didn't put it out on, like, in a newspaper, so, and then, I think has taken it down since she apologized.
Yes.
To me, I don't know, there's just, like, something about, like, for me personally, I wouldn't do that. I might take, this actually kind of happened to me, not exactly, but I feel like this has happened to other people. No.
Oh, okay.
Someone sent me a text that was about me, not meant for me. So they were sort of not complaining, but they were saying, it wasn't terrible, but they were saying some things that definitely they didn't mean for me to see.
Yeah.
And so it was an interesting moment where I was like,
what do you do?
Like, what do you do? So I just like sort of reached back out and was like, I don't think this was meant for me. And that person then profusely apologized. Now, I could have taken that information. I haven't told a single soul about that, except for my partner who was there at the time. Because I don't want to sully that person's reputation. I know that
you're
they
a
didn't.
good person.
I just don't think that that's
serious.
It's
Like,
a good
that's a
idea.
beautiful thing.
Blasting it on social media is a really, kind of
karma's
karma's a thing. Whether you manifest it or not.
I'm
okay?
just gonna get that in there, you little minx. Hey, let's get into something serious. Actually, it's an hilarious new TikTok trend. It's making some people a little squeamish, so heads up. It's called Seeing If My Boyfriend Is Ready for a Baby. And it involves, there you see it, it involves filming your boyfriend's reaction after you spit up, like a little baby on his shirt. So what do we make of this trend?
Yeah. You like it.
You like it?
I cannot hate this trend more. I think this is an indicator of everything that's wrong in society right now. I do. It is wildly disgusting. It is not at all funny and 0% helpful, actually, in making a decision about whether or not you want to procreate with somebody else. To me, also, what nobody tells you about procreating with somebody else and having a child is that their fluids are not as disgusting as your partner's fluids are to you. So this is all very, very stupid, and stop TikTok. Please, just stop. Can't stand
I couldn't agree more. When I saw this, I went, if this is how you're gonna judge your partner, this is why this generation is screwed.
Yeah.
You're screwed. I hate to say it like that. If that is the judge, then you might not have any business having a child yourself if you're doing this test. I say this, you know what, listen, here's one thing I've learned. I don't know if you can agree with this. You don't actually know how anyone is going to be as a parent until that baby is right in front of you.
It is true.
It can be someone who you think, oh God, that person's a disaster. I hope they never have a child. Turns out to be the most amazing.
That was me.
That's not you.
I thought I would have been a disaster parent.
No.
I would have failed this kind of a test completely. I
Right.
was so grossed out. I didn't really like kids. I'm a great parent. This is just a terrible, terrible. Anyway,
It's not the test.
not the test.
Gen
Pooping
Z.
your pants is the test.
Pooping your pants.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Throw up. No,
Yeah.
that's what I did with Simon. I just pooped my pants in front of him. He's like, he wasn't ready for it. And he's like, I don't want kids. And that's why we don't have kids, because I pooped my pants.
What are you talking about?
I don't even know where to go from here. Let's throw to a break, everybody. Let's get out of here.
We started with barf. We're ending with poo. You're welcome.
And dirty
Ay, ay,
Santa.
ay.
And dirty Santas.
What? Oh no,
What
I'm
has
not
gotten
going
into
to.
you
I'm
today?
stopping it.
You
'cause
just zip it,
there's some
Alan.
stuff that's in here that wants
you
to come
just-
out there.
The train's left the station, honey. There's no stopping it now. Where are you? You're stopping now. Halfway through the show.
Oh my
All
goodness.
right.
Everybody, you know we love fashion here on The Social. And yes, we do. The 2025 Governors Awards, in case you've never heard of them, they celebrate extraordinary talents in cinema. And among those honored last night, there were Tom Cruise, Debbie Allen, Dolly Parton,
Oh, wow.
of course, her philanthropic efforts. So we're going to talk about some of the spectacular fashion that we saw on the red carpet at that award. So Cynthia, who
There was
stood
actually
out?
a lot of really nice fashion,
Yeah.
but the one person who stood out was Anya Taylor-Joy, and she was wearing this very ethereal Maison Margiela
superhuman.
dress, and it's a very unique kind of cut, like sort of see-through, but then it almost looks like a corset, and then of course it's these like arm things that reminded me a little bit of
a
like Kate
shawl.
Blanchett's like elf character in The Lord of the
yeah.
Rings.
Yeah. Very
And
elfish.
Yeah.
also, I saw Stevie Nicks this past weekend, and she also, remember her whole look with her arms, where she would do that, and it was reminding me of essence of all of that, and I thought she just looked like this ethereal fairy princess.
Does this dress
future,
look familiar?
right?
Does this look familiar to
Kim
anybody?
Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian wore the same style dress, same designer to the, it was also the Academy, did
The
another
museum thing, the gala
Academy
thing, yeah.
Museum gala. And that was when she put the thing over her head. Do you guys remember
yeah.
what that?
You know what? Yeah, I remember the
Yeah.
thing over her face. I don't remember the dress because it
Yeah.
was a good distraction.
Yeah, it really, really was. It really, really was. Who's up next? Is that me?
Who'd you go with?
That's
Yeah.
me. Who did I go with? Oh my gosh. So if anybody knows football, Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen is married to Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
last night she showed up at the red carpet, and guys, she looked so gorgeous, ethereal. You want to talk about architecture, and the dress got everybody talking, but it got some people, especially her fans, talking about something else, which was, is she expecting and is she hiding? I know. That's what I said.
I can't stand it when people
I'll tell
do
you
that.
something. Listen,
I
it
know,
was
but
her
we-
own fans
Okay.
that started the discussion
Okay, but
online,
still.
and they were doing it because they were saying they were coming from excitement.
Yes.
They love her. They love him. It's a beautiful couple, and people started saying it. And here's what I actually wanted to ask: can a woman who is in Hollywood in the public eye, like maybe she's going to come out with the announcement soon, maybe she's not, is she supposed to just stay home and never go out? These women in Hollywood are stuck between a rock and a hard place, because if she is expecting, great, and she doesn't want to talk about it, her choice. If she isn't expecting and people think she is, that's terrible too. So I don't know. These poor women, they just
She looks
can't
good.
win.
She wins
They
here
can't-
because
they
she
can't
looks
win.
great.
And as a fan who does that kind of stuff, listen, our intentions are not to hurt her feelings. It's just, I've seen her on the red carpet. She always goes tight and
Yes,
short.
she does.
So when you see her now, you go, oh, I think I see what's happening. She
Yes.
just got married. It's almost been a year. Time for that baby.
Yeah.
But in your own time, Haley, in your own time.
Yes,
All right, the
yes.
person I chose was actually not the best dressed, but I chose him because I have an ulterior motive. So let me get to it. I chose Tom Cruise. He got a special award.
okay.
Finally, for all the movies that this man has done, they finally give this man a trophy. What were they? It's Mission Impossible to get one of those trophies. All right, so he's just wearing a tuxedo, but this is why I brought him up. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but at the after party, Debbie Allen, who was also a recipient of an honorary award, Tom and Debbie met on the dance floor. And let me tell you something. This is Tom in a way we've never seen him. All right, come on, Tom. Show the moves. Do they show the video? Come on, Tom.
Okay, work it,
Right?
and work it, and work it, and work it.
There's an earlier part of that where Tom is getting down to the point where I'm like, we gotta invite him to the cookout, people. Tom is throwing some hips in a way that I was like, I've never seen that side of Tom. I see him completely differently. So that's why I chose him, because I want to show.
And what a deserved honorary Oscar.
Yes,
man.
it's about
I
time.
can't believe he's never won one. That's great.
all over.
Nominated
Yeah.
3 times.
True actor.
Just like a bridesmaid he is.
Yes.
Something like that. You know who I went with? Do you know the actor Jeremy Allen White?
Yeah.
I mean, I love his outfit. He looks great. This is a Louis Vuitton get-up. But I chose it because it stood out to me because it feels like he's cosplaying Patrick Swayze from Dirty Dancing. Do you remember that scene? Yes! Where he's got it undone. He first meets Baby and they do that dance. When I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh. That is Patrick, R.I.P. Love, yes!
Yeah.
Look at it. Isn't that incredible?
wow.
With the hair and everything.
The hair and everything. I
What's
don't
up
know.
with the posture?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's ready to throw some hips. Maybe
Yeah.
He's ready
Maybe.
to throw some hips to Dirty Dance.
Maybe, Jess, you might know some intel that maybe, who knows, maybe there's going to be a Patrick Swayze biopic coming out soon.
Oh my God, we just did
Ooh,
Bruce
Bruce
Springsteen.
Springsteen, yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe
We'll
Patrick's
see.
next.
Looks
Who knows?
fabulous. He just needs to stand a little straighter.
Subscribe to the Social Podcast so you don't miss a fiery debate. Until next time, socialites.